about some alligators. So in English, everything in English. You have to listen and you have to think and imagine. Okay. So here we have it. The big baby. There's a baby. There's a baby. Let's see how it goes. All right, everybody. So, each spring, Mother Natterjack laid her eggs near the edge of the pond. There's many eggs. She and Father Natterjack pushed them close together and covered each one with a layer of thick jelly to keep it safe and warm. Oh, there goes all the eggs there with some jelly on top of them. Alright. Then they settled down to wait for the day the eggs would hatch. So they sit down and they wait. Tick, 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 tick. Mother Natterjack is knitting a sweater. Father Natterjack is reading a book. And they are very happy. Oh, look at all the babies. As the days passed, everyone came to watch and wait. Old toads and young toads, big, little, fat, thin, high toads and low toads, fat toads and small toads, old toads, tall toads, and low toads, all the toads. They all gathered together on the bank. But this spring, the eggs looked different. At least one egg did. Whoa! So big. A huge, round, leathery egg floated half in and half out of the water amongst the spawn. It was bigger and wider and fatter than all the rest by far. Oh my goodness. It must be a boy, said Father Natterjack very proudly. A big, strong, tall boy. It's more likely to be a wrestler, said the midwife toad, and she rushed off to buy some extra large nappies. She said, oh, it's too big, too big. Whoa! At last the day came when the little eggs hatched, and 100 tiny faces peered up from the pond. But the giant egg just lay there, quite still. Then the day came when 100 tiny tadpoles grew back legs and swam out of the jelly. But nothing stirred in the giant egg. And soon 100 tiny baby toads grew front legs and clambered out onto the bank. But nothing stirred in the giant egg. Look, they're all happy. Boing, boing, boing. Oh. And then at long last, the egg cracked. And out came a long sniffling snout. And a mouth full of short, jagged teeth. It hasn't got the family nose, said Mother Natterjack. It hasn't got the family eyes or the family ears either. It looks different. What is this? Oh! Finally, out squeezed a long, scaly body with 4 strong clawed legs and a very long tail. It doesn't look like any baby I've ever seen, cried the midwife. Ah! She runs away. And she rushed off in fright to buy some extra large nappies. The big baby began to grow. It needed larger feeding bottle than the other baby toads. See, all that little doop, 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 and he has a very big bottle. And a larger cradle to sleep in. They're all sleeping in small cradles, and he has to have a gigantic cradle. Look at that, unbelievable. And although it needed a smaller chair to reach the breakfast table, it had a far larger appetite than any of the other babies. Eating, The babies say, oh, what is happening here? Especially when it came to gobbling toad jelly, toad on toast, or toad in a hole. Father Natterjack passed his days fetching and carrying for the big baby. Poor Mother Natterjack passed her days in floods of tear, while the midwife toad packed her bags and went home. I don't want to work here anymore, I'm out of here. And all the other Natterjacks hid in the pond, where the hungry baby couldn't find them. And as the big baby grew, so did the problems of the Natterjack family. There would have been no end to the trouble if Wide-Eye hadn't flown by. Ooh, it's an owl. You've been very good parents, he said to the weeping Natterjacks, but now it's time for your baby to go out into the big wide world. So he takes him out. He says, no, no, no. And Wide-Eye picked up the little monster in his curved beak and carried him back to where he belonged, which was a long, long way from the Natterjack pond. That's it, everybody. Okay, that's the Natterjacks. So, bye-bye.